Good evening. We begin tonight here with a nor'easter slamming much of the east. Hundreds of accidents, snow, ice, and rain from Kentucky right up into New York and New England. 20 million Americans under winter weather alerts at this hour. Up to a foot of snow in some areas. The system pushing up the I-95 corridor right there. Washington, D.C. to Philadelphia, New York City to Boston, right up to Maine. Dangerous driving on the highways. Harrowing video showing the rescue of this truck driver trapped in his cab, dangling from the side of an icy bridge. This is US 35 in West Virginia. In West Hartford, Connecticut, another truck seen losing control. This is on I-84, the images coming in. Hundreds of multi-car pileups and accidents reported from Indiana to the Northeast. Cars struggling on snowy and icy highways near Scranton, Pennsylvania. And right behind this nor'easter, dangerous cold, actual temperatures plunging below zero in multiple states. So Ginger Z is here with the forecast, and Janae Norman leading us off tonight. She's in Pittsburgh.
Tonight, treacherous driving conditions as a powerful nor'easter dumps up to a foot of snow in spots and wreaks havoc on the roads. On Interstate 84, north of Hartford, Connecticut, watch that blue semi on the right losing control as it rounds the curve, jackknifing and flipping over the guardrail. Here's what it looked like afterward. And on US 35, outside Charleston, West Virginia,
multiple callers advise that the semi is hanging off of the bridge. Debris everywhere.
The cab of this tractor trailer hanging off an icy bridge 100 feet off the ground. Rescue crews using ropes to extricate the driver and hoist him to safety. All lanes of the highway shut down. With millions under weather alerts, it's both hands on the wheel from Kentucky to upstate New York.
A lot of cars are driving in ditches, pretty much. They don't know how to drive. They forget what it's like to drive in the snow.
Around Harrisburg, wheels spinning, drivers struggling and crashing. These planes in Rochester getting de-iced. Thousands of flights delayed due to the conditions. Closer to the coast, it's all rain, but still dangerous. Like this crash on I-95 northeast of Baltimore. That tractor trailer mangled on the median.
And David, behind this snow is an Arctic blast, the coldest air of the season. It'll make roads slick tonight here in Pittsburgh and could break records by the end of the week, David.
Beautiful Pittsburgh skyline right there behind you, Janae. Thank you. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z back with us tonight. Hi, Ginger.
Hi, David. So the waves have been crashing here on the Hudson. The winds are kicking as this storm pulls off into New England. So you look at the radar, you see where that snow is. The heaviest fell just about an hour or so southwest of Albany in the Catskill Mountains. But now it's kind of wrapping up in parts of western Massachusetts up to down east Maine. And that's where we've got an additional 3 to 6 inches possible. Most of this is going to happen when we time it out in the next couple of hours until about 4 a.m. Then we will get rid of this system. And then we've got to talk about the big lobe of polar air that really settles in by Thursday morning. Look at those numbers. Our actual air temperatures 10 below for Des Moines or Sioux Falls. Those are daily records. Chicago to Baltimore, David, on Friday could break records as well.
Ginger, we'll see you first thing in the morning on GMA. Thank you. Now to Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth tonight and what he's now saying about that second deadly military strike on a suspected drug boat killing survivors. Hegseth now saying he only saw the first strike. Here's Martha Raddatz.
Tonight, under mounting pressure, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth insisting the decision to launch a second strike against a suspected drug boat in September was not his call, but that of the mission's commander, Admiral Mitch Bradley.
Sunk the boat and eliminated the threat. And it was the right call. We have his back.
The Washington Post reports that at the outset of the operation, Hegseth had given orders to kill everyone on board, which is why the Post said Bradley fired a second missile, targeting 2 survivors clinging to the wreckage. International law prohibits killing enemy combatants who no longer pose a threat. The day after the attack, Hegseth said he had watched in real time.
I watched it live. We knew exactly who was in that boat. We knew exactly what they were doing.
But today, Hegseth said he left before the second strike.
I watched that first strike live. As you can imagine, at the Department of War, we got a lot of things to do. So I didn't stick around for the hour and 2 hours, whatever, where all the sensitive site exploitation digitally occurs. So I moved on to my next meeting.
Hegseth was asked if he saw survivors.
I did not personally see survivors, but I stand, because the thing was on fire. It was exploded in fire or smoke. You can't see anything. You got digital. This is called the fog of war.
The secretary claims he didn't hear about the second strike until an hour or so later. Over the weekend, President Trump said he hadn't known about the second strike and wouldn't have wanted it.
We'll look into it, but no, I wouldn't have wanted that, not a second strike. The first strike was very lethal, it was fine, and if there were two people around, but Pete said that didn't happen.
And today, sitting next to his secretary, the president said he was still somewhat in the dark.
I still haven't gotten a lot of information because I rely on Pete. But to me, it was an attack. It wasn't one strike, two strikes, three strikes. Somebody asked me a question about the second strike. I didn't know about the second strike. I didn't know anything about people. I wasn't involved in it. I knew they took out a boat.
So tonight, David, Secretary Hegseth is saying he didn't see the second strike, and the president says he had not been aware of it. Members of Congress are wondering who holds final responsibility up the chain of command. This week, they could get some answers with Admiral Bradley heading to the Hill to meet with lawmakers behind closed doors. David?
Martha Raddatz on this again tonight. Martha, thank you. We turn now to a chilling police shootout in Port St. Lucie, Florida. Officers coming under fire, responding to a call from a mother about her son. Authorities say one police sergeant was shot in the face with an assault-style rifle in critical condition tonight. Here's Will Reeve.
Tonight, new body camera footage capturing the barrage of gunfire in South Florida after police say a suspect armed with an assault rifle opened fire on officers responding to a 911 call.
Where is he?
A shootout erupting almost immediately as officers arrived to the home Monday evening in Port St. Lucie. Authorities say the suspect's mother had called police, claiming he was armed and under the influence.
Shut up!
The suspect allegedly shooting twice from the garage, then stepping outside. Officers trying to take cover behind a patrol car.
Put the gun down! Put the gun down!
Police say that suspect, 32-year-old Frankie Riccio, is seen here aiming at officers.
Sergeant, you okay?
Right before he allegedly struck 27-year veteran Sergeant Eric Lavasser in the face twice. Tonight, that officer in critical condition after undergoing surgery. Authorities say the suspect was shot and killed at the scene. Officers kicking what appears to be an assault rifle away from the suspect's body.
It's the notification that you just dread every day.
David, police say 6 officers responded to that home, including 2 officers in training. No one else was injured in the shootout, and the shooting is under investigation. David.
Will Reeve reporting tonight. Will, thanks. In New York City, CEO murder suspect Luigi Mangione face-to-face in court today with the police officer who arrested him and who Mangione allegedly claimed he was when he was arrested. Here's Aaron Katursky.
Today, Luigi Mangione coming face-to-face in the courtroom with the Pennsylvania police officer who arrested him after suspecting he was the gunman wanted in New York for the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Officer Joseph Detweiler testified that when he responded last December to a tip about a male who looks like the NYC shooter at this Altoona McDonald's, he was so skeptical he didn't even turn on his police siren. But as soon as the man pulled down his mask, the officer said, "I knew it was him immediately." Mangione today tilted his head toward a courtroom screen, watching body camera footage from his arrest as his lawyers fight to get key evidence tossed out, including the alleged murder weapon and writings that said the target is insurance. It checks every box. The officer said Mangione gave him a fake name and ID for a Mark Rosario and claimed, "I'm homeless." But the officer didn't buy it. He's heard telling a supervisor, "I'm 100% sure it's him," adding, "He's nervous as hell. I saw his fingers shaking." Just remarkable, David, to see 45 minutes of footage of Mangione's arrest from nearly 1 year ago. He's seen finishing his breakfast before he's handcuffed and searched, all while Christmas music is heard playing in the background, David.
Aaron Katursky again tonight. Thanks, Aaron. This evening, the remarkable cash gift for 25 million American children. The family behind Dell Computers donating more than $6 billion. So how this will work, here's Mary Bruce.
Let me have a little of that luck rub off.
Tonight, an extraordinary gift. The family behind Dell Computers donating a massive $6.25 billion directly to 25 million American children.
It really gives them a shot at the American dream.
The Dell donation will build on what's being called Trump accounts, which will give $1,000 in federal money to every baby born between January 1st, 2025 and the end of 2028. The money will be invested until the child can access it when they turn 18. The gift from Michael and Susan Dell will expand that program to cover older children by depositing $250 in individual investment accounts for kids ages 10 and under who live in areas where the median household income is less than $150,000 a year.
We all understand the incredible impact that a gift like this can have on the lives of young Americans.
A remarkable gift from the Dell family. Let's bring in Mary Bruce because, Mary, I know there's another breaking headline tonight from the White House. President Trump lashing out at immigrants from Somalia, saying, "I don't want them in our country." I wanted to get you to report back on this. Here's what the president said first.
We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country.
And Mary, you learned tonight that this comes as ICE prepares to target Somali immigrants in Minneapolis.
Yeah, David, the president is increasingly going after Somali immigrants, and now sources tell us that ICE is preparing for a surge operation in Minneapolis, which has a large Somali population. But tonight, the mayor of Minneapolis says President Trump is wrong and that these immigrants have only greatly improved their community. David.
Mary Bruce live at the White House tonight. Mary, thank you. We turn now to the war in Ukraine. This high-stakes meeting tonight in Moscow. President Trump's top envoy, Steve Witkoff, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, in the room with Vladimir Putin. Let's go live to Ian Panel in Ukraine tonight. Ian, what do we know so far about this meeting?
Yeah, David, remarkable scenes. I think the big question, would the Russians make any concessions to the US-backed plan? And after nearly 5 hours of talks, the Kremlin came out and said, while some American proposals were acceptable, others were criticized. It doesn't appear anything substantial was agreed, with no compromise plan for Ukraine. And for beleaguered Ukrainians, it means the war, the suffering goes on. David.
Ian Panel live in Ukraine for us following this meeting. Ian, we appreciate it. When we come back tonight, the urgent manhunt right now for an escaped inmate believed to be armed and dangerous. They say he escaped in hospital pants where this played out. Also, the Giants kicker everyone's talking about who missed that field goal and what he's now saying tonight about completely missing the ball. You have to stay tuned for that. And our Made in America Christmas is back. We're on the hunt tonight. Your ideas pouring in. Come with us for one incredible taste test. They'll ship this right to your front door in a moment here.
You are listening to the future of voiceovers. This voice, it's generated by Revoicer. And with the Black Friday Revoicer sale, you get access to 100 plus voices for a one-time fee. That's an 88% discount, the biggest of the year. No actors, no studio, no monthly billing. Just instant, realistic voiceovers anytime you need them.
Tonight, we're tracking this urgent manhunt for an escaped inmate believed to be armed and dangerous in the Atlanta area. Authorities say Timothy Shane escaped from a hospital. While there to be examined, they say he ordered an Uber and then stole several cars. He was being held on drugs and weapons charges. When we come back here tonight, the new study, could a particular vaccine actually help slow dementia? Also, the Giants kicker who missed that field goal, what he's saying now. And looking for a Made in America dessert? They'll deliver it to you for Christmas. To the index, the Giants kicker missing the field goal, missing the football. Giants Younghoe Koo stubbing his toes, missing the ball, telling reporters later the ball had slipped and was moving. The Giants losing to the Patriots 33-15. I guess you got to come up with something to say. A study offering some hope in the fight against dementia. Researchers finding an older version of the shingles vaccine may slow the progression of dementia, even in people who already have it. More study, they say, is needed. When we come back tonight, our Made in America Christmas tonight, come along for one very sweet taste test. They'll deliver it to you by Christmas in a moment. Finally tonight here, our Made in America Christmas. Tonight, one very sweet idea. So, of course, we had to go find it. This is a very tough job. Tonight, we've been at this so long, 14 years and counting, and we still love it. On the hunt for our great Made in America Christmas. Your one thing made in America. You could even help put an American job under the tree. Celebrating small businesses across this country. I asked for your ideas, and they're pouring in tonight.
Hey, David. Hi, David. Hey, David.
So tonight, we go to find one very sweet idea. Ice cream made in America, relying on farmers from coast to coast. In New York City, Van Leeuwen Ice Cream, and they ship all over the country.
Hey guys. Hey. The magic behind the ice cream.
Welcome.
Co-founders Laura O'Neill and brothers Ben and Pete Van Leeuwen. Since 2008, they've been at this, and listen to this. They started by buying an old postal truck and selling ice cream through the window they made.
You literally bought the trucks off of eBay?
Yep, we did.
17 years later, they have more than 100 Van Leeuwen ice cream shops all over this country.
New York, LA, Houston, DC, Philly,
Nashville,
we
Charlotte
in the summer.
I love it.
In Chicago.
All over America.
And the ingredients?
How important is it, those three words, made in America?
For us, very important.
From all over.
For example, our Totem strawberries, they come from Oregon, and I don't know, I've never tasted a better strawberry than those. And those are the ones we get to use in our strawberry ice cream.
Everyone in Totem right now is saying, all right, he mentioned Totem.
The flavors made in America, but they're out of this world.
Did you need someone to try that?
Absolutely.
The mango sticky rice.
That's pretty amazing.
And then I think what would follow nicely is the Earl Grey tea. So rich custard base, cream, eggs, cooked with milk, sugar, a little bit of sea salt.
You see why I love made in America?
Blended into that Earl Grey tea.
Oh, it's nice.
This is our cookies and cream.
Okay. Wow.
I've got the mint chip.
You get the idea here. The things I do for my job.
This hazelnut right here is from Oregon?
This is from Oregon.
All right.
And they were willing to give me their secret.
Their secret's simple. It's used a lot of cream, it's used a lot of eggs, and it's fine grained ingredients.
You heard it here.
And we noticed something else in their shop, the ice cream scoops.
So Ben, you've got the scoop.
I've got the Zero scoop.
I mean, you've got a lot of them.
Yeah, it's all we use.
I mean, this is quintessential made in America too.
A marvel of industrial design.
So we went to find the Zero ice cream scoop. Made in Avondale, Pennsylvania, outside Philadelphia, founded in 1935, more than 50 workers. Steve Moore, CEO of the legacy companies.
Anytime you see it being used at places where you know lots of people are enjoying it, you're proud that it's a quality product.
Steve Lasker, VP of Business Operations.
Anything that we can make in America is something we're really proud of.
And Terry Hall, Senior Mechanical Engineer on the line here for 34 years.
You actually fill it with an oil so that when you put your hand on it, it actually warms down through the scoops.
While back in New York City at Van Leeuwen Ice Cream, those Made in America scoops, Sabrina ordering the mango sticky rice.
Look at how beautiful that looks. Scooped by Ben. You don't want to see what it looks like when I do it.
This one is her favorite.
It just hits the spot every time.
We wondered, what about the rest?
You want to try the cookies and cream?
Yes, please.
We were there for a very long time. This was a thorough taste test. From Van Leeuwen Ice Cream tonight to Zero Scoops, American gifts with 3 words in mind.
Made in America.
It was a very tough job.